Fellow British Southern Cameroonians, this is General RK Spokeslady for the liberation of British Southern Cameroons. I welcome you with profound gratitude onto this platform. This is the third year that we have been in a conflict, and at this moment we have to identify the right strategies in order to resolve this conflict. So the question is, what is the source of this conflict? We know that in 1961 we were assimilated by French Cameroon, and we have suffered marginalization for over 57 years, and we need a good timing and place to resolve it. But our timing has gone all wrong, because this is the third year that our people have been dying. Some are in bushes, some are refugees in Nigeria. So we have to rethink of timing in relation to what is happening on ground zero. And we need an amicable approach to get the right solution, and behavior too. Our behavior towards the conflict and towards each other is a pivotal role in this conflict. Then we should keep aside negative emotions and all frustrations that are tearing us apart. And at this moment, we will have to identify the needs, what we need to resolve this conflict. So if we follow these strategies, I think 2019 will be promising for our liberation. Yeah, we have heard the propaganda from the self-proclaimed Boyo Council, and we think that they are irrelevant at this stage. Well, we are ready to work with anybody with good faith, and anybody that demonstrates to our satisfaction that they are for the community and that their focus is La République. I do not need to go deep into allegations that they have mentioned about ROK's captors. Yes, they were nice to him, but to the dissatisfaction and instructions of the self-proclaimed Boyo Council, and to the disappointment of the IG, whom they pronounced a life imprisonment on him, and even execution, which some of us really intervened because of the pressure that was at that moment. Anyway, his captors were nice to him, but this was under gunpoint, you know. But we are happy that the brave soldiers of the British Southern Cameroon's resistance forces have developed a very successful strategy of hit-and-run guerrilla warfare, and we have the approach of the ground zero collaboration, not the diaspora imposing on us. Our forces on ground zero are independent under General RK. That is clear and understood. No body on the diaspora imposes on them, because they master their territory and they know what is good for them and what to do at a given moment. The British Southern Cameroon's resistance forces are working for the people and not for the diaspora. We have heard about the general lockdown of Manfei and Meme in the month of February, but we have not yet been informed. In fact, we need clarifications about this February lockdown, because in areas that we control, if we don't get the clarifications, official clarifications, we will continue to function with the regular ghost towns on Mondays, which was declared by the consortium. While we are still waiting for clarification, our stance remains the same. I mean, the indefinite ghost towns will not apply in Mezam, Boyo, and Menchum, and in other areas where our forces are controlling. And we will expand, our guerrilla warfare tactics from the Menchum Falls, across Lake Victoria, then through Lake Barombi, and extend our hit and run tactics through the Atlantic Ocean leading to Equatorial Guinea. And there we would have liberated Southern Cameroons. Anyway, the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces and its civil administration has adopted a policy of civil engagement. The British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces is incorporating the entire community into a revolution mindset. To safeguard this revolution, the population who must be incorporated into the quest for our freedom and independence of our territory have already been informed. The British Southern Cameroon's Resistance Forces will continue to synchronize with the population as an integral part of its defense and liberation strategy. The Supreme Commander of the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces, General RK, and his forces have liberated huge portions of the community of our territory and already actively building collaboration and coordination with other forces on ground zero. When ties are consolidated and structures set up, the cables of the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces will inform the general public of such developments as need be. We have also heard about the Boyo Pythons, which really is a group that has been killing their own. For your information, the fund of Boyo, does not recognize this self-proclaimed Boyo Council, and all of them have recognized the British Southern Cameroon Resistance Forces as the only legitimate force from Boyo, and they are calling on the self-proclaimed Boyo group to dissolve and to reunite with the right force. Secondly, when I look at the IG and the people the IG has been working with, the point is we don't elect people to represent us when they cannot travel and when they are psychologically traumatized, maybe because of the asylum, and they cannot represent us anywhere because they do not have the legal status to travel. And I've discovered that the IG prefers to collaborate with such representatives because they are on a vulnerable situation, and they will remain the yes ministers to the IG, and they will continue to function according to the likes of the IG. So at this moment, I'm telling that's I want to make it known that if I can collaborate, we collaborate with everybody that has just one focus, La République du Cameroon. If their target is the adversary, the enemy, we are ready to collaborate with them. Like the IG, like the self-proclaimed Boyo Council, please try to collaborate with those who have the right strategies to liberate the British Southern Cameroons. So long live Ambazonia and short live the struggle.